Anyway, let's continue onwards. Really, I should be saying hello everybody, this is Irving Cascade. I had a little bit of an issue. The recording kind of cut out halfway, and everything after that fight, because I cut the fight out, was gone. Which is fine, because I kind of started doing stupid stuff and got kind of lost. Now, what you want to do, what you want to do is come over here to this rock and push it up. And keep pushing it up. Just not that far. In other words, don't push it up too far, just push it up about right here and then push it to the left. Push it to the limit. Ooh, yeah. No. No, that is not okay. And just keep pushing it this way. It's kind of a long path. This is kind of boring. I don't know of anything that I can do to make it more interesting. And there's really no reason to speed it up because we're already here. Go up and over and push it down. Push it over here. Push it over. Push it over. Push it over. Ah, come on. So I want to change out Frostbite for... Nah, I'm keeping Frostbite out. Yeah. I just fought another Graveler and I kind of killed it. But yeah, off screen, like I did all this stuff on screen, and then after I did my recording, after I tried to cut it into 4 videos, do those 2 videos on a couple days ago, and then do these 2 videos today, the other half of my data was gone. Yeah. Which means that I didn't have this anymore. I didn't have me pushing this rock over. Which sucks. Alright, we're gonna have another shot at catching a Graveler. Let's see if I can do it. But anyway, that means that I had to, off screen, I did a lot of work trying to get back to where I was and everything, and it's a pain in the neck. Just the Graveler. It is a pain in the neck. And Jackie goes down again. Isn't this fun? Okay. Once more with feeling this time. Come on. Revive Jackie. Heal Jackie. But, yeah, I did all this again off screen. I got, Golbat, I caught Onyx, and then I fought all those trainers, got everyone back to their correct level, see? Got everyone's attacks back to the way they were and everything. Everything is back perfectly to how it was at the end of that video. So, anyway, let's continue onwards, now that I've digressed enough. If you need to escape, here's your escape path. Just use strength and push it down. Z-Rock. It shall go down. Come over here and let's fight this trainer. If you can get through here, you can go meet the Elite Four. Which is kind of funny, because if you go in this pathway, you're not going to go anywhere near the Elite Four. This is actually kind of a digression away from where the Elite Four is. But, anyway, I digress. We're facing off against a Charmeleon. Charmeleon is weak against Water type. It is a Fire type, the evolved form of Charmander. And, since Jackie doesn't have any Water type moves, my best bet would be to change out for Frostbite. It's kind of hard to do a video at the midpoint of One of your last videos. Because it's kind of hard to remember what you were saying in your last video. And what you hadn't said in your last video. But, oh well. This next Pokemon is LAPRAS. LAPRAS is a water type, I think a water-ice type. Which means it is weak against electric type, at least electric type. If it's an ice type, then it's also weak against fighting type, but I'm not quite sure. I'll just act like it's a water type, use sparks, use a couple of thunderbolts, blow it away. There goes Lapras. Bye-bye. But yeah, my PP's not around, is not perfect. Nor is my item count, because I had kind of a challenge trying to actually obtain, I had kind of a challenge trying to obtain Onyx. So I kind of wasted a lot of Pokeballs, or Ultra Balls, or whatever kind of balls they were. I ballsed it up, that's about right. Anyway, he's Psychic on LICKITUNG. Oh, by the way, LICKITUNG is a normal type. I forgot to mention that. It's a pretty powerful normal type too, but if you got a fighting type, you can make short work of it, or just use your Kadabra and blow it away real quick. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. No, unbelievable! You're first! So we have finally found that little... Ah, crap, I forgot about that. Yeah, I kind of ran out of space when I obtained the max revive. That. And since I don't use these, I kind of got rid of them off screen last time too. I'm going to get rid of my X accuracy and pick up something just as useless. I'm going to get rid of it. Get rid of these guard spec. And come down to this little arrow thing that we saw earlier. Now, I wonder what the crap it is. Those of you who have watched my other episodes probably know what it is. But yeah. Let's click on it and see what it does. Oh, that was pretty. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Moltres. The third of the 3 legendary birds. The Firebird. It's a Firebird! Moltres is a fire, flying type that is weak against electric type, water type, I think ice type. Yes, ice type. If I'm not mistaken, ice type. Hopefully, ice type, because I'm about ready to use a... Okay, I'm not about ready to use Ice Punch. Moltres has an attack called Fire Spin, which it just used. Which does a buttload of damage and more or less acts like wrap. You can't move. In the later games, you can. In this game, you cannot. Jackie goes down. And Moltres, in my opinion, is it can be the strongest, but it also cannot. It's got more weaknesses than Zapdos, if I'm not mistaken. So Zapdos, in my opinion, would be the better Pokemon. But Moltres has always been a pain in the neck for me to catch. A pain in my nerves. Gives you that itchy sensation. No! There's no itching your nads in this video. There will be no itching your nads in this video. Anyway. Let me turn up the volume on my thing a little bit. That's pretty nuts. Anyway, I'm going to use Thunder Wave. Your best bet would be to have a Pokemon that can use Hypnosis or Sleep Powder or anything of that sort. However, I do not have one of those, so I can't do that. I've paralyzed Moltres, so chances are it might not be able to attack me. I hope it doesn't. Although it is attacking me right now, and that really, really hurts. Stop attacking me, Moltres. Please. Please. You want to not attack me, please, now? You want to not attack me, please, now? In other words, stop it. I'm going to throw an Ultra Ball at it, and miss it. Chances are you're going to miss Moltres over and over again whenever you throw your Pokeballs at it, or Ultra Balls, or whatever. However, if you get lucky, you'll miss it again. However, if you get lucky, you'll miss it again. Now, there's a little bit of a pattern going on here, don't you think? I'm having absolutely no luck catching this Pokemon. It's blowing the crap out of my Pokemon. Come on, Moltres, work with me. Oh, come on. Yeah, sometimes it takes a couple of minutes to catch it. Sometimes it takes, like, one shot. Sometimes it takes multiple shots. Sometimes it takes every ball you have. And sometimes you cannot catch that Pokemon because you always miss that Pokemon. It's a pain in the neck. However, it's not impossible to catch a Moltres. It's just annoying. And I'm having no luck at it. Yes, this is going to be the whole video, just me throwing Pokeballs or Ultra Balls or some kind of balls at Moltres. Let's see how fast this fight ends. This is a plant type versus a flying fire type. Zarya does not stand a chance. Although Zarya took on less damage than most of the other Pokemon. Wow. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! Moltres has been caught. That's 3 of 3. And what's it gonna say? What's it gonna say this time? The Flame Pokemon, a legendary bird Pokemon. As it flaps its flaming wings, even the night sky will turn red. That is awesome. That's borderline as awesome as Zapdos's. But, anyway, what to name you? One moment. So I decided to call Moltres Inferno. Because it is a pretty name for fire. And Moltres is a pretty fire-type Pokemon. Inferno, I screwed that up. I screwed that up the second time I said it. Wow. Was caught. And 2 Pokemon disappeared, as well as a little random block right on the bottom of the screen, if you didn't notice that. Rewind it and take a look again. If you want an interesting treat, something that some people might not know about, and I'm not quite sure if this actually carries on to the other games, but it is kind of something funny. It is kind of something funny you can do right now. Yes. If you have in your hand a rare candy and you use it on a Pokemon who's fainted, they not only level up, but they regain HP. If you are completely out of revives and all you have is a couple of rare candies, go ahead and use them. Your Pokemon will just come back like Saiyans and become stronger the second time around. However, but, and this is definitely a big but, you cannot use rare candies in combat. So, it's kind of the Achilles heel of the rare candy. Anyway, I digress. We're going to head up here. Go over here. And head down here And obtain the TM47. I do not remember what it is though. What is it? Explosion. Oh yeah, that's right. Now don't be worried about the fact that the boulder has disappeared off of that switch over there. Just below us is the right there, down from these two rocks, is where that square was, where the square that switch gets rid of. Let's just say that. I'm trying to say something, but it's not coming out. It's like verbal diarrhea in reverse. Ugh. Alright, once more with feeling. Let's see if I can catch this Graveler. Use a nice punch. Hopefully if it uses self-destruct, it won't kill Jackie. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, yes. Alright. I've got one shot, though. I know that in the next turn, it'll probably use explosion. Or self-destruct, not explosion. 2, 3... And Graveler was caught. That's 2 Pokemon in a row. Now, what to name you? One moment. Anyway, I shall now name Graveler Bedrock, and it will be mine. Couldn't think of a different name. There's another way of exiting the area, but we can't use it because it's on the other side. So let's head over here and talk to this trainer and end up fighting her. Trainers live to seek stronger opponents. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And she's got a whip. I'm fine with the girls having whips, but I'm not fine with guys having whips. It's just... There's something okay about girls having whips, but it's not okay. It's not okay for guys to have whips. That's just... Ugh. Anyway, her first Pokemon is Parasect. Parasect is a grass bug type, which means that it is double effective, double weak against Fire Punch. And did she foresee me hitting her? Wait a second, what? First turn, what should I do? Oh, I've got a Pokemon that is weak against, almost everything. A bug type, plus a grass type. So why don't I just use Hyper Potion on my first turn? Hey! More power to you. You've survived 2 hits. Guess what? The third one's gonna kill you. Bye-bye, Parasect. Parasect is the evolved form of Paras. And really, it's not that good of a Pokemon. In my opinion, Paras and Parasect are pretty terrible Pokemon. But then again, I might be wrong. You might have a very powerful Parasect. That's not really something that I'd expect to say, but you never know. This is DEWGONG. DEWGONG is the evolved form of Seal. It is a water ice type, which means that it is weak against 4 things. It's weak against electric, rock, fighting, and grass type. However, rock and grass type are weak against water and ice type. So your best bet would be to have a fighting or an electric type to fight it. Booyah. Since Jackie went down, I decided to bring out Sparks, use the Thunderbolts, and DEWGONG goes down. What was I saying the last episode? Oh, Cloyster's weak against fire type? I know that ice type, if I'm not mistaken, is weak against fire type, but that's just a what the hell. Anyway, Our last Pokemon is Chansey. Chansey is definitely a powerhouse in a whole different way. Chansey has unbelievably high amounts of HP, attacks that can heal itself, and one specific attack that actually made my last video about twice as long as it should have been. Yeah, it was a pain in the neck. You guys didn't get to see it though, which is good. I would have probably re-recorded anyway. But that attack is called Minimize. Minimize ups your evasion all to hell. You really can't get hit by anything. And this is it. This is Minimize. You see that little black spot on the screen? No, you should not scratch at your screen trying to get a bug off of it, thinking that that is a bug. No, that is Chansey. A little bitty Chansey, but a Chansey nonetheless. Whenever a Pokemon uses Minimize, they're unbelievably fast. It's almost impossible to hit them. As you can see, I'm starting to miss. However, if you use an attack like Stomp, chances are you're going to do twice as much damage to that Pokemon. Which makes sense because they are half the size. Ah. This is if I remember correctly. I haven't used Stomp on a Minimized Pokemon in forever, so I'm not quite sure if that actually works. Anyway, if I remember correctly, it does. Anyway, I took out the cool trainer, so I get some money. Ooh, so strong. Yes, I am. Ooh.